Hey, this is Carlos Cavallo from datingadviceguru.com and more of those dating secrets to help you burrow your way into his heart. That sounds kind of like a disease. Don't burrow in, just, you know, get in there normally. Anyway, I was thinking today, as I was sifting through the morning emails and all the other stuff that I go through, there hasn't been enough really good dating advice out there. I mean, you go out there and if you buy some of the magazines you get in the checkout stands, that's not good dating advice, ladies. I'm telling you right now, it's just not what you need to get the success that you really want. So, what I decided to do was I'm going to get a little bit more real with our conversations and discussions about dating, and I'm going to give you maybe a little bit more attitude. So, hey, you know what? I might turn off some people and I might turn on some others. We'll see what happens. Today, though, we're going to talk about 7 do's and don'ts with men and dating. This morning, well, actually, it was yesterday morning. I got up and I got busy with the this new wet carpet vacuum that I bought. I know, sexy, right? This might not sound like something that has anything to do with dating, but it does in a way. I cleaned up some really yucky stuff from the carpet that we should have cleaned out earlier. I mean, we should have gotten this done quite a bit. The house is at least 6 years old now. I mean, when we were done, it was a sight to behold. 6 years of carpet wear removed to make that living room look, well, almost as good as new, which is kind of like dating, right? Okay, not really. But the yucky, cloudy water that I emptied out in the sink made me think that women need to empty out their lives of yucky guys who don't belong there. And then I remember that those guys are probably there because she didn't know better how to date smart right from the start. Yeah, that's a good slogan. Date smart from the start. So I'm going to go into a lot of the dating skills, and in at least the next few videos, next few articles. I'm going to go into a lot of the dating skills that make you a rare and valuable commodity on the singles market. So we're going to start with our 7 do's and don'ts of dating. Number 1, do be on time. Punctuality is a supreme sign of respect, especially in this day and age where nobody seems to be on time. You notice that? Well, be there when you say you're going to be there, even if you think he's going to be forgiving, okay? Because being there on time will set you apart from the pack early in the game. And you'll have a head start on all those other women who think it's just another way to be hard to get or play hard to get. Oh, I'll just show up late. He won't mind. Don't. Guys really will notice you a lot more if you actually respect his time and show up on time. Number 2, don't let the frequency get away from you. By the frequency, I mean the frequency of dating. It's very easy to slip into a relationship pattern with a guy without even realizing it. This is where you go from seeing each other once a week or maybe, once every couple of weeks to 2 or 3 times a week, and then before you know it, you're spending almost every night over at each other's place. Now, this is going to sound a little bit unromantic, as most relationship advice almost always does, but it's important to remember. Most relationships happen not from intentions, but from mistaken attraction. Let me say that one again. Most relationships happen not from intentions, but from mistaken attraction, which means that they fell into a relationship simply because, well, there wasn't that much reason not to at the start. In other words, they didn't get any major red flags, so it was convenient. The emotions feel good. Why not? But very few people actually take a breather and really evaluate if the person they're dating meets their requirements. More likely, they'll just keep dating a person if the other person doesn't mess it up too bad. So date from a position of intelligent posture. Okay? This is really important. Be the woman who knows what she wants and doesn't settle for less. Number 3, do review your dates. Again, when you're in the heat of that physical attraction, aka lust with each other, it's easy to lose track of the important parts of rationally evaluating your partner. I mean, really looking at them with a clear part of your head. Because you can become love blind in a matter of days with somebody that you have good chemistry with. Heck, you can do that in just a matter of a couple hours. And this leads you to missing or ignoring warning signs that the relationship is not the best fit for you. One of the skills I teach is called date review. And what you want to do after every date that you have with this guy is to sit down and reflect on how the date went. How did it go? What was good? What was odd or left you with a weird vibe? Then you can take a look at your list of mating criteria. It sounds kind of scientific there, huh? What is your mating criteria? But you should have a list of things that you're comparing them to, so you make sure that you're getting a good match. You're not just falling into a relationship because it's convenient and the sex is, well, not bad. Come on. Let's not be thinking mediocre here. Let's shoot for something really special in your life. Do you feel like this guy matches what you need, or maybe not so much? This may seem like it's stealing the magic out of romance, but in fact, what it's doing is helping you keep your head on straight. If you keep your goal in mind, you're going to be less likely to make a bad decision or settle for somebody who's not so right for you, or even possibly really wrong for you. And not only will you be thankful you did if the relationship doesn't work out, but you'll also have a lifetime of romance to look forward to when you choose the right guy. So this isn't a buzzkill. This is actually really important. Number 4, don't brag. Don't brag. I know this sounds like something I should be telling the guys, but it's actually a big problem with many of the women I've dated in the past, especially if they happen to have kids. Yeah, that's where it usually comes out. Boasting about your kids can be, very often it can be a really big turnoff to a guy, mostly because he just wants to get to know you first, and then he'll sell himself on your kids. If he likes you and he enjoys you, chances are that the kids will be fine with him as well, okay? Number 5, do highlight your strengths and your positive qualities, not your weaknesses. Leave them out of the conversation. A lot of guys complain that women who are basically used to downplaying their skills and abilities, you're probably used to this yourself. You have to downplay it for other women in your social circle. You don't want to stand out too much. Very often, these same women are also very self-deprecating on dates. They feel like they're also communicating to guys like they should be communicating to women. Doesn't work that way. What these women do is they put themselves down. They try to appear humble, but this actually makes you look like a woman with low self-confidence. And it's been said 1,000 times, men are attracted to confident women, not bitchy women, all right? We like women that can hold their own, but also can embrace their femininity. And it's a very difficult combination to find these days. So that's why guys are a little more pickier. And yes, they're not going to be as quick to commit to a woman until they know that that combination is there. So again, don't talk to guys the way you talk to women. Okay? He needs to see you putting your best strengths out there first and foremost. Don't brag, and that's the other side of it. Don't go too far, which I don't usually see happening that much when it comes to a woman's stronger qualities. So remember, choose to let men provide and take care of you on some level. That's going to show him that you have that feminine confidence. Number 6, do be authentic and transparent. Guys are very sensitive to fake women. We have a sixth sense for this. We can tell when a woman is acting just to get on our good side. Phrases like, oh, I don't like drama. That's a good one I hear all the time. Or, I'm more like one of the guys than one of the girls. Yeah, well, those are sure to trigger our BS detector because we know you're lying. And even if you're not lying, it sounds like you're lying. Be genuine. Be who you really upfront. Be transparent. Not see-through, but you know what I mean. Be clear with your intentions and clear with who you are. And you don't have to remember what you said later, to paraphrase Mark Twain. See, guys need sincerity and authenticity from you so they know they can trust you and form a real bond with you. Most women don't realize just how much is riding on a man's choice for his mate. Let me explain the impact of the woman he chooses. If a man chooses a woman who is healthy and complementary to him, he will be more successful. He will be healthier. He will be happier. He will get more sex. He will live longer. He knows this intuitively. On the other hand, if he chooses poorly, he also knows that he will not be sexually satisfied. Big deal. He won't be as successful, or typically he won't make as much money over the course of his lifetime. He'll be far more prone to depression and anger issues. His health will suffer, and he will die younger. That's right. That last one sounds pretty dire, and it is. A man intuitively knows that he has to avoid the women that can destroy the quality of his life, which is why so many men are so careful about committing to the wrong woman. So if you want to pass this test, be sure to demonstrate that you're for real, genuine, and without all the pretense that he knows indicates a woman he can't trust. You know that you're just trying to win his approval, right? But he doesn't see it like that. So avoid the fakeness right from the start. Number 7, dating is awkward, but don't stop dating just because of that. Yeah, I get it. Dating is an awkward and weird social practice, especially if you look at it from a distance. Two people get together to sample their physical attraction for each other. If they like the first meeting, well, they mash their lips together. Then they see if the attraction and feelings can grow so they can maybe mash their bodies together at a future date. They start to believe maybe that the other person could lift them up and that they will make them a better person when they're done. So, yeah, that kind of seems like a good thing in theory, but so often the process gets clouded with weirdness, doesn't it? Weird guys, weird girls, weird dates, weird everything. And it's very easy to let a few dorky, awkward, ignorant guys ruin your party. But you can't. You have to build a little toughness, a little callous, if you will, and just soldier on through it. Carlos, that's so unromantic. I don't like you. You tell me unhappy messages that make me want to go to my safe healing space. Look, I'm not here to coddle you, okay? This is part of the new attitude, by the way. Like some of the other dating gurus do who try and make you feel all warm and fuzzy about everything. I'm going to give you the straight truth with, well, maybe a slightly warm and fuzzy chaser. If you don't step up and take an active role in finding your soulmate, you're going to have to suffer through just the guys that approach you. Let me say that again. If you don't take an active role, you're going to have to just suffer through all the guys that happen to approach you and come talk to you. And some of them, to be quite honest, are douchebags. Don't let the myth of destiny get in the way of making a real impact on your dating life. Get out there and get what you deserve from the man you deserve to have. And if you want to know more about creating a real connection with a man, I've developed a program called the Connection Code. Yes, it's really cool. And it contains my advanced strategies on attracting men and, again, winning the dating game. Sometimes it seems like rocket science to get into a guy's head and figure out what he's thinking. And that's got to end. I'm putting an end to that right now, right here. You're going to want to check this out. If you're interested in making him want to commit himself to you and your relationship and really create a connection, go on over to datingadviceguru.com/connection-code. That's datingadviceguru.com/connection-code. Or just go to datingadviceguru.com and click on the right there where it says connection code. Easy way to do it. But go on over there and at the very least get on my newsletter mailing list and I can get you some more of this great stuff because there's some good stuff coming. Just you wait. This is Carlos Cavallo from datingadviceguru.com. I'll be talking to you again soon.